Hello, it's Julia here, and I have a computer here, which is a Toshiba. Now, this looks like the Toshiba that you guys saw in the Looking Back trailer. However, this is actually not the same Toshiba. So, a few days ago, my brother gave me this because one of his friends had old computers and they're moving soon, and they weren't using them, so they gave them to me. So now I have it. I already have a charger because I had a Toshiba charger already. So I'm gonna open this up. Now let me tell you guys, this was really, really dirty when I got it. It looked like it came out of a smoker's home. It was just disgusting, like brownish yellowish stuff was coming off of it. The top lid, the keyboard, the bottom even, it was just awful. Like, it was so bad that it was insane. And yes, I know I haven't recorded a video in a while, and I should have had a video on Monday. I might have this one actually go up today or tomorrow instead. I don't know, because today's Wednesday, but I've just had a lot go on recently that I will talk about at a later point. But I haven't had time to record videos because of a reason, but now I'm recording a video, so basically, this looks like it might be another Toshiba Satellite C655, but I'm not sure because I didn't look at the bottom, like I didn't read it, so I'm not sure, but it looks like it, because you can see it looks just like that computer, except this one has a working screen, except it looks like the hinge is kind of weird on this one, but it does work. I did power it up just to make sure it works. It does, but then I shut it off right after because we're going to look at this computer in the video. So I basically just wanted to make sure it powered on, but then I turned it off because I wasn't sure if it even worked or not, because it hasn't been used in years, I think, and it probably was just sitting there for a while. Now, I'm not sure if this has a password or not, but if it does, I can remove it with Dart, or I could use Hiren's boot USB and remove it, just to see, you know, the history of the computer so we can get the install date and stuff. I am going to wipe it, though. I'm not going to keep this. It probably has their files on it, which I'm not going to go through because obviously that's not my business. I just want to get some history on the computer, like when it was last used, the installation date, maybe the OS history, because by the looks of when I turned it on, it showed the newer Windows logo, so obviously this was upgraded, because this does have a Windows 7 sticker, but it was not on Windows 7, it was on 8 or 10. If I had to guess, probably Windows 10. They probably did the free upgrade. It'd be funny if it was on RTM, wouldn't it? But I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what OS it is. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say, because I don't know when the last time it was used, but I'm gonna take a wild guess and say like 1903. Now, again, it could have been used even way before that. I don't know any information, so we're going to find out together in this video. I am going to eventually take this computer outside and clean it, though, like take off the bottom, because it's probably got a lot of dirt in it. But let's power this up, and let's see what it does, because I am honestly curious. And if it shows any personal info, I might have to censor it. Alright, I powered it on. Take your guys' guesses. What operating system does this computer have? See, it's got the newer Windows logo. If it shows a name, I'm probably going to censor it, because I bet you it's going to show a name. I feel like this probably has a password on it, so I'm probably going to have to remove it. Because Windows passwords are not very secure, you can actually easily remove them. Then again, this could be on a Microsoft account, and that might be more difficult to get rid of, but I could figure something out. What is it doing? This is so slow. Yeah, we gotta see the specs of this. I know it's an AMD, but I don't know what AMD it is, to be honest. Preparing. I'm so what? Installing what? I think they reset it. And that was Windows 10 NU. So this has NU on it, which is November update. What? Okay. So this computer apparently has November update on it based on that screen. It looks like the previous owner might have reset it before they gave it to me, but they didn't tell me that. Or maybe the even person before that, because I think this was someone else's. Maybe they had reset it. But that was definitely a reset. So I guess we don't have to worry about that. Because it looks like the computer's been reset. That means we may or may not be able to see the install dates. Because I know reset doesn't necessarily clear it the best. But this is taking so long. Like, I know it's got a hard drive. I opened it up, I think, and I think it was a... Actually, I don't think I opened this. Installing Windows. It's a good thing I shut it off before. Is it on a boot loop? Maybe it's on a boot loop. Maybe that's why they stopped using it. Maybe they tried resetting it and they shut it off in the middle of it and it's on a boot loop now. Because that's the second time it's done that. What in the world? Is it stuck in a boot loop? I'm like really confused. I'm starting to think that they stopped using it because it's stuck in a boot loop. They probably didn't know how to fix it. They're probably like, this computer stopped working. This is funny. I wonder what OS this is. Because, as far as I know, NU didn't disappear the Windows logo. It would keep the logo. Oh, it froze. Oh, preparing. Yeah, I think it's stuck. 64%. It just stops. I think it's stuck. Isn't that lovely? You know, we could boot into a higher-end environment and see what's on here. I'm starting to think that the system's bricked. Okay. Where is my higher-ends? I might have to just reinstall it, but I want to see what's on it. Like, as in the OS and stuff. I'll just use my vent toy. I'll boot off my vent toy. This thing's stuck in a boot loop. That's funny. So, the USB port. I'm just gonna turn it off the second it, like, restarts. This is just insane. It's so slow, too. Now, I did get another computer over here, which, oh, it's stuck again. See, this computer over here, which I'll show in another video by the same person, but that one's older. There we go. USB. Because the names were named, like, some very interesting names by one of my friends, I cannot show this because they put, some of the names are kind of bad and I really don't want to show it on camera. I need to fix it because those names, some of those names are very, you know, questionable. So, we're booting Hirons and we're gonna see, so we can look at the drive and see what in the world is going on with it. So I'm gonna stop this video for now and come back when it boots. Alright guys, so it is loading something. So we are going to open this PC and we're going to see what's on this drive. It still has the original name, so maybe the factory image is still on here and maybe I can actually restore it, because it looks like it might still be there. Okay, so we got a ton of files from 2016. As you can see, 12/28/2016, there's like a ton of them. Yeah, sys reset, they were trying to reset it. If I open that. Sys reset logs, yeah, they were trying to reset it. And I guess it broke when they tried to reset it, is what I'd have to guess. This drive could be failing. That could be another reason. But I need to check the health. I'm wondering if it'll say like an operating system version in here. If I had to guess, it probably is 1511 based on that screen that I saw. It may not say it in here, but it looked like it to me. Except it didn't make sense because it showed that it got rid of the Windows logo and only 1607 and above did that. So I'm like really confused. I don't see a version in here, unfortunately. Unless I missed it. Here's some errors. Invalid parameters. Couldn't find a winre.wim to install. Failed to delete windows.old. Oh, 14393, so that is 1607. Why did it show the 1511 screen then? Maybe that's a bug, but it's 1607. Okay. If I go back to the drive. See, there's a Windows BT as well. The logs would be in Panther. 2016, December 28th, looks like the last time this computer was used. It was reset. Yeah, 14393, sure enough. So this is 1607. So that this computer hasn't been used in a while then, if it's 1607. Since 2016, and this date's wrong. It's 2022 of May. So that date is incorrect. I don't know why we keep getting computers with wrong dates. Let's see if there's a tool to check the hard drive's health, because I'm a bit suspicious. Which one should I use? Let's try HD Tune. It says the drive is okay. The 320 gig drive. You can do an error scan. Let's just do a quick scan because I don't want to sit here all day. I just want to see if this hard drive is good. I wonder what happened with this other computer. This one's a Windows XP era. I've not tried to boot this one yet. This one had a lot more dirt on it than this one. Like, this one wasn't really that dirty at all. This one was just... I can smell smoke. It probably needs to be, like, honestly cleaned out. Like, I think I need to take the bottom off and just clean it. Well, I don't want this video to, like, be, like, crazy long. So I might go and find some more things. Like, let me go to, let's see. Let's go back to the drive. There's a Windows.old, which it doesn't have their old stuff, so that's good. I think the computer doesn't have any info on it because they reset it. But if I go to users, it's gonna show their username probably, but I'll do it anyway. Nope, it's been wiped, so their information's not even on here. That's good. Now there's an AMD folder. And there's the Windows folder, and they're all modified on the same date. Except some of them are not, but this is Windows 10 anniversary update. Yep, I was correct. So we know what OS is on here. I really want to see like the upgrade history and stuff, but the operating system does not boot, and it's been reset, so we might not be able to get that. and I don't know if there's a way to like get it to boot. I might try and figure out how to get it to start. And I might stop the video for now, try and figure out what I could do to get this computer to start. But that's just crazy, guys. Like, I didn't expect this to be in a boot loop. And what OS should I install on this? That's another thing, because I kind of don't want to do Windows 10, because 10 is slow on hard drives, so I'll probably, like, do 7, or actually, we can do the factory recovery if it still exists. Can I access disk management? Yeah, it is here. Alright, I want to see the partitions. Alright, so we do have a recovery. It's right there. We should restore the recovery if we can, because I definitely want to use the recovery on here, because this does have a recovery partition. So I'm gonna look up and see, because I might just restore the recovery and say forget about it because the OS is bricked. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I will be right back while I think about how I'm gonna do this. Alright guys, I'm back. We are just going to, like, reset it, because at this point, it looks like the hard drive's fine. We're just gonna try and reset it. With Toshiba, I'm gonna shut it down, actually. So, you have to hold 0 while it's, like, when you turn it on to get to Toshiba recovery. I don't know if it's gonna work. I know that there is a recovery partition, but I don't know which 0 might not matter. Let's try this one, because I know this one will work. So, holding 0. It's probably not. Oh! It's going to no way. That worked? So it does have a recovery, because I just held 0 and it did that. Oh, we're restoring this. Who cares about trying to, like, see the install history? It's probably just not that exciting because, you know, it's been reset anyway, so it probably got cleared. So there's no point. We're just gonna reset it. This is definitely the recovery. I hope we can restore it. I'm surprised they didn't try this when it didn't work. I'm honestly surprised. They probably didn't know that it had a recovery partition. Oh, there's a mouse. It's not doing anything. Let me give it a minute. Oh god, we got a big warning. That's scary. Warning, when the recovery process is executed, all data will be deleted and overwritten unless recovery of factory default software with user's data option is selected in the next step. Please connect the AC adapter. Oh, it is a C655. C655D. I wonder if that's the same one. I doubt it because this is AMD and the other one's Intel. I gotta stop it. So, anyways, we're going to click yes to restore it. Here's the options: recovery of factory default software with user's data, or erase. But we're just gonna recovery of factory default software because that's what we want to do. We're gonna recover to out-of-box state. We're just gonna leave it as default. Start it. All partitions. You'll lose all data. Are you sure you want to continue? Hopefully it won't delete the recovery partition, but I mean, it's restoring from the recovery partition, so we should be fine. It should just delete the Windows partition. So, we're gonna see what happens. I mean, it knows that we're using the recovery partition, so it shouldn't touch the recovery partition. It should probably just delete the other ones and then restore it. So it's initializing. We're gonna let this restore. I wonder what this is gonna look like. I'll start the video again when it does something else. So guys, it now says it's now recovering. It's got the time, the lapse time, the remaining time. So I'm gonna let this do its thing and recover. Hopefully it works and didn't like delete the recovery when it did that, which I really hope it didn't. But if it did, I don't know why that'd be an option. So anyway, I'm gonna stop the video. Alright guys, so it is indeed working. as you can see. So it's got the lapse time, the remaining. It says it's going to take like 6 minutes, so it probably just deleted all the other partitions except the recovery, and then it's probably restoring. So we'll get to see what the factory install looks like. So I'm going to let this do its thing, and I'll be back. Alright guys, so after like 15 minutes or so, it says it's now creating a CRC file, so I'm going to let this do its thing, and I'll be back. Alright, so it is doing it still, as you can see. It's just like a second after I stopped the video, it started actually doing it. It's going to take like 7 minutes, and I'll be back. So guys, it's been a few hours. I couldn't record, but it did finish, so I'm going to click finish, and we're going to see what it does. I am going to boot in the BIOS because I do want to set the correct time and date so that the install date and all that's correct. So as soon as it reboots, I'm going to go into the BIOS, which is F2, I believe. Because I should have set that before, but I had forgotten. So let's go into the BIOS and set that. So I will be right back. Alright, we have the right time and date now. We can actually see that this has an AMD C50 processor at 1 gigahertz, and it has 3 gigs of RAM, so that's actually interesting. We got to see some of the specs. So let's save our changes, and let's see what happens. Windows is loading files again. Maybe that's normal. Maybe that's just part of it. Maybe it goes into another stage. I haven't done a Toshiba recovery in a bit, so I don't remember what it does. But I set the date forward. It was an older date, so it probably just thinks it was shut down for a while or something. But actually, I just changed the BIOS date because it was very inaccurate. Oh. Okay. I don't know what that was about. Maybe it was doing something. Oh yeah, starting Windows. So we're starting Windows. Setup is updating registry settings. It's just like a normal, you know, Windows. I should really start using my capture card, I feel like, for these videos, but the reason I didn't is I kind of want to show the computer. But maybe when I'm actually doing stuff with it after I show it, I should start using one again. Setup is starting services. Yeah, I've just had a lot go on, which hopefully I'll make a video soon about what has happened, but it's been a crazy last few days for me, so I haven't really had time to make any videos, which is why I'm super late. I promise, though, I'm not going to be like this late very often. It's just lately there's been a lot going on, so I haven't had time. And I know that this computer was, I mean, it kind of was in my collection, because I have a computer just like this, except it's an Intel model. But basically, I got this computer recently, and I kind of wanted to, like, you know, power it up and make a video about it, which is why you guys are seeing a computer that was not in the trailer. And also, this wasn't in the trailer, this wasn't in the trailer, and there's some other computers around here somewhere that weren't as well. Setup is installing devices. You know, Windows 7 was a very good operating system in my opinion. Even though it's end of support, it's still good, and I'm probably going to keep this computer on 7. It's not like I'm going to use it all the time anyway, but it's nice that I'm going to have the factory installation on here, so it's awesome. So I'm going to let this do its thing, and I will be back. So now it says setup is applying system settings. I don't know what else it's going to do, but I'm going to let it do its thing. It's probably going to restart after this, so yeah. So now it says setup will continue after restarting your computer, and now it's restarting. I hate how these screens are so reflective, but I'm having to record during the day because I really need to get this video out for you guys. I might just have to skip the Monday video. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet, honestly. I might just skip a Monday video this week and make this a Friday video, to be honest. Setup is preparing your computer for first use. Awesome. So I don't know what's happening here. I think it's just setting up, you know. I wonder if it's gonna show that, like, Toshiba installing thing like that other C655 did when I restored it. It probably will. Yep, Windows 7 Home Premium. See, the computer is working again. They probably just thought, oh, it can't be fixed, and then just kept it away for, let's see, the last 6 years. They just left it sitting somewhere and thought it was broken. Oh, that's interesting. System preparation tool. And there's some software on here. It's probably going to say it's installing more software. I bet it's going to pop up. Oh, the time's correct. And the date's correct. Because I did go and set that in the BIOS. Yep, here we go. Configuring system. I figured it was going to do that. So now Toshiba is installing all their stuff, including drivers, because this doesn't have any drivers at all. So, the other Toshiba did the same thing. The other one I had, the other C655 I had, did the same thing. Except that one, as I said, is an Intel version. I think it has the same amount of RAM even as this one. Or it might have 4, I'm actually not sure. Windows Virtual PC, what? Okay, I'm not going to show all of these applications. I will just show it when it's done. So I'm going to let this install all of these. Oh wow, XP mode. It might not even install all of these. Maybe it just goes through them but doesn't actually install all of them. Well, we'll see. I will stop this video and come back when all this is done. Alright guys, so I'm back a little while later, a few hours later. I didn't set this up yet. It did finish though. So I just came back to work on it again. So we're just going to get through setup. I'm going to show you the specs of it and stuff, what's on here, and then I'm going to end the video. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I am going to make a backup. Let's just enter Toshiba as the name. I'll just leave it as Toshiba PC. I can always rename it later if I want to rename it. I don't want a password. It is Windows 7 Service Pack 1, so that's cool. We're going to set up updates later because there's a few updates I need to install. I just had to set the time zone, not going to connect to the Wi-Fi, but I'm not going to do the updates right now because there are a few updates I do need to install in order to fix updates on Windows 7. So, yeah. Now it's finalizing my settings. Now this is pretty much just an OEM install. I'm actually glad it still had the recovery partition because now I can make recovery disks and then make a backup of those on my computer. And then I can just have a backup of the recovery disks. It's rebooting apparently. No, it's not. This looks just like the C655 that I had before, except this one is an AMD version, and it has a working display. The other one has a broken display that I have. So I had to hook that one up to a monitor or a capture card just to use it, because the screen was broken on it. Alright, it's preparing your desktop. I'm gonna let it do its thing, and I'll be back. Alright guys, it finally loaded the desktop after like 5 minutes. It was really slow. So let's go to the system properties. Windows 7 Home Premium, Service Pack 1. Yep, it's a C655D. AMD C50 processor at 1 gigahertz, 3 gigs of RAM. The system rating at 2.8. Yikes. I bet it was better on the other C655. Which, guys, I'm actually considering replacing the screens. Because the other C655 I have has a broken screen, and it's a better computer. Did it just make a noise? I don't know. But that's the specs or whatever, the experience index. The graphics actually doesn't seem that bad. The hard drive seems alright. Wow, it's sad that the CPU is the worst thing in this computer. Well, we're just going to show what's installed on it, then I'm going to stop the video. Alright, that's fine. That's what that sound was then. If I go to the uninstall programs thing, there is a lot of programs installed. 51. And if we make this bigger, these are a list of everything that this includes if you want to pause, because I'm going to scroll down in a minute. Alright. We're at the next thing. A lot of Toshiba stuff is on here. That's for sure. And then not just a little few more down here. Oh wow, it's got Wild Tangent Games. Windows Live Essentials, of course, is on here. And of course, it's got Skype's on here. I mean, there's a Skype sticker up here, so I'm not surprised. If I scroll up Microsoft stuff, it's got Office 2010, an old version of Google Chrome, it looks like. Chrome 6? We gotta check this out. We gotta check this out. Yes, accept and run. This isn't connected to the internet, so it's not like it's gonna update. Wow, this is old. That is really old. And of course, it's trying to go to a Toshiba website. So about Chrome. Yeah, Chrome 6. Now we're on like Chrome 100 or 101. That's just crazy. Wow. Yeah, this is all software from like 2011. So that's, I guess, when this image was created. Early 2011. That's probably the era of this computer. I'll be honest, I think the other C655 is better, so what I'm probably going to do is just swap the screens between the two before I do the looking back on that computer, so that way we can actually look at the screen on that one, and because that one's better. It's probably what I'm gonna do. It's got some bloatware. It's got Norton. That's disgusting, to be honest. This program is disgusting. I do not like Norton at all. Like, ugh. Honestly, no. Like, who uses Norton? No. Get out. Get out. Yeah, I'm just gonna close it. It's really ancient. I'm probably just gonna leave this the way it is. I probably will end up replacing the screens, like I said. But anyways, that is the looking back video. I'm gonna start getting back on track with uploading properly. It's just I've had a lot go on that I haven't had that chance, and I'm gonna talk about it in an upcoming video. I might even post a story time on my gaming channel about it. So keep an eye on that, which it's Julia's Outpost. I've mentioned it before, but I might tell a story and show that video at a future point. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. This was the computer. Still had the factory install, which is crazy. I'm not going to show everything like I said because, you know, this video is already long and I already restored it and stuff. So I already showed the software that was on here. It's just crazy. Alright, that's all I'm going to show in this video. I'll have more videos soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.